Hello, on this video I'm going to show how to include multiplayer system with ObjectNet on your current game. On these examples I changed the tanks example provided by Unity with a few changes. Since the tanks example on the Unity, it's a player to work on in one screen with two players, okay? So the first that I'm going to do is play to check this how the game works. As you can see, it's a single player game. You can run, you can shot, and everything else. Okay, so first of all, I need to import ObjectNet, and I will keep under the ObjectNet folder. I have a bunch of examples, framework, and integration. The first that I need to do is create an folder to place my multiplayer objects. The tank must be a multiplayer tank and must be a prefab. I will drag for the multiplayer folder and remove from the scene. And then I'm going to get a network manager and place into the scene, and a canvas that I previously prepared with the lobby connection. Okay, this examples is provided by ObjectNet into the examples folders. If you navigate to the examples folder, you have a bunch of examples with an examples like that. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to create a database to work with this specific scene, because I will not mess with the current object that I already have. I'm going to create a database, and I'm going to change to name as tanks example. So create it and select to use this database on this specific example. So now I need to tell to ObjectNet that my objects, the prefabs that I'm going to work over the network. I'm going to get my tank that I previously create a prefab and put this and register this prefab. With this, ObjectNet will know that this object will travel over the network. As I know that this object has particles, I'm going to sync those particles. I have scripts, child object that I can enable or disable, and input and variables over the network. So close this, and then I need to tell to the ObjectNet which is the prefab that I'm going to spawn when the players connect with the system. I'm going to define the same. And I also need to tell to the ObjectNet where's the player will be spawned. Doing this, I need to register a position. I have three options: fixed position, multiple positions, and dynamic positions. I'm going to put a fixed position, and the object will be spawned always on this position. Let me check here. Okay, so I tell the ObjectNet where the object will be spawned, and save the project, and then play. Here I have two options: to start our server or our client. As client, I'm going to start our server because I haven't client right now, and then I have a problem here. Okay, so for some reason I didn't assign it here. I need to drag here and save it and play again. And start. As you can see, my tank, it's already running work as the same. So how I know if the multiplayer is working? So basically I have the ParelSync installed here, and I can run the 2 instances of Unity. I'm going to run the second. And one thing that I need to do is I changed this script to work with the multiple objects, and save one more time. Reload the second screen. Now I have 2 instances of Unity with the same project opened. I'm going to start our server. Here I can move, okay? So as you can see, the camera knows that it has just one player on the scene. And then start client again. And voila! I have the basic of my multiplayer system working. No matter how players enter into the game, I'm going to put one more. And right, reload the third instance of the Unity with the same project opened. Reload. And start as client. And as you can see, the same. And no matter what, I'm going to open one more. Reload. And one more. The system automatically spawned the new players and synchronize everything, including the particles, if you check the dust when the tank's moving. And if I disconnect, the player will be despawned of all instances, no matter what. And then disconnect, and I will keep alone. Okay, this is everything for this example. In the next videos, I'm going to show how to synchronize the shots and explosions over the network.